welcome back to the workshop. This video is a little bit different to my normal videos. Normally you'll find me turning live or doing a recording of me turning and putting that out. But after a recent live and the comments I received on my Airshield Pro, I thought I'd do a review on what I feel of it and how I'm getting on with it. I've owned it now for about 2 years. And it's a brilliant bit of kit. So, what do you get with the initial Airshield Pro? So, in the UK, you're looking around the £250, £300 mark for this bit of kit. However, I feel that's a small price to pay to protect your lungs with our hobbies, whether that be wood turning, whether that be resin. This can be used for all sorts of stuff. My stepdad does a lot of car body repairs. He uses it when filling and rubbing down filler. Fantastic bit of kit. So in the box initially, you get the Airshield Pro, which will come with 2 filters. Just pop the hood off for a minute. A battery pack that's removable, and you can get spares for those. The hood that goes around your face, and obviously it's got an adjustable head strap in there as well. So the hood comes off to make it easier when it comes to cleaning, but we'll cover that a bit later on in the video on how I clean. So you get the helmet. You also get your instruction manual that comes with it. The battery pack, or the recharger for the battery pack that just plugs into the back of the helmet. So there's a little port on the back. You plug it into your normal 3-pin socket and let it charge. And there's a charge indicating light on this little blue box. You get a Kosh maintenance record, which has got what Trend recommend for the cleaning schedule of it, and also some tips there if things go wrong. So like you have a reduced airflow, what could be the cause of it, how to deal with it, and no airflow. So that's a really useful bit of kit. You also get some little adapters. So if you want to, you can put ear defenders on, which just attach onto the side of the helmet. A storage bag for keeping your helmet in. As you can see, I don't use that. I've got a solid plastic box that I keep it in. And then you get this little device, which is there for checking the airflow. And that just clips in the front of the helmet. Up the top on the grills. And when you turn the power on, you can see the ball move to make sure that you've got good air supply there. So as I said, I've had this now for about 18 months. The reason for getting one of these was I suffer with asthma and ended up in hospital quite seriously ill. And when talking to the doctor about my hobbies, he said, was I aware of dust problems? Now I've got overhead dust extraction in my workshop. I've got an extractor underneath the lathe, but you still get the fine particles in the air. This eliminates that problem. So when looking, I looked just for a normal face mask, a rubber one with filters on. Trend do one of those. There's a few others from 3M. I looked at those, decided that wasn't adequate for what I wanted. So I then looked at the powered hoods. I looked at the JSP. I looked at the Axminster, and then I looked at the 3M VersaFlow. Cost was a little bit in my choice. obviously I didn't have a great deal of money to play with. So yeah, that was one of the indicators in my choice, which eliminated the VersaFlow. The VersaFlow is about £1,000. Comes with a battery pack, a hood, and you wear the battery pack on a belt around your waist. So that eliminated that for me. So that then left it down to the Axminster, the JSP, and the Trend. I went to a couple of shows. I tried the helmets on for weight. I looked at the Micron particle filter. There was all sorts of bits that swayed me. But in the end, for me, and I'm not sponsored by Trend in any way, the Trend come out on top. So this is why I went for this model. I use it now 90% of the time when I'm turning. There are the odd times when I'm lazy. I don't get it out of the box. I don't put it on, which is wrong. You'll see through watching some of my lives, some of the woods, especially the exotic woods or the English woods like yew or laburnum, where the dust is quite poisonous. This should be a must. It's really light. It's got a hood that will seal your face in. I don't know how well you're going to hear me, but this just slots over the top of your head. The hood peels down. It's got an elasticated seam to it, and all you do is push the button on. There we go. It's that easy. As I said, it's got an adjustable head strap, so you can adjust that as you wish, make it comfortable. It's not heavy. I can wear this for 2-3 hours at a time and don't notice I've got it on. So let's put that back there and adjust my mic so you can hear me. So we've used it now for this has had probably about 8 hours turning, and as you can see, it's just absolutely covered in dust, which is dust. If I wasn't wearing this, would have probably ended up in my lungs. So cleaning it. Trend recommend that you clean it daily after use. For me to clean it, I'll use my shop vac. So I've just got a Henry Hoover with the little brush attachment. I will hoover the outside. I'll hoover the mask. The hood just unclips at the front with 2 little push bits, and if you bring it right back, then the top detaches. I then give this a good hoover and a wipe inside. The filters on the top, they're usually really clogged up, which shows what you could be breathing in. These just push back and unclip. Like so. And then it's a case of giving it a good hoover. I'll wipe it down with a wet wipe, so normally like a Sif or a Wilko's antibacterial cleaning wipe. My wife has loads of them in the cupboard, so I borrow them. Just to make sure it's all clean. Try and get in underneath the tube that blows the air down, round the pump, and then the filters. Now, some people say, do you blow them out of an air hose? No. The reason I don't blow them off with my air compressor is you're then just blowing all that dust into the air. All they get is a hoover with the shop vac again. These were recently cleaned, and as you can see, they're good for another couple of uses. And to put them back in, they just sit on top, and you push them in till you hear a good solid affirmative click. with the Trend label on the top to help you know you've got them in the right way. That's all hoovered. That's all been wiped. I said on the back of the helmet there's two little grooves. They just click in over the little lugs there. And that clicks back down. Missed the lug. There we go. So that's the outside cleaned. The inside I'll wipe round with a wipe again on the screen, dry that with a bit of towel. I'll wipe, it's got like a foam bit on the headband. I'll wipe and clean that. Obviously if you've been wearing it for a little while that can get quite sweaty and you don't want a wet strap or a sweaty smelly strap on your visor. And then I will charge it. So that plugs in the back. The indicator light will say once it's been charged. I then know that once it's fully charged, I've got another 8 hours use out of this. The other good thing I like about the Trend is it comes with a protective film, the visor pack. So you can buy these. These just clip over or stick onto the front of your visor. They're clear. They've double-sided tape. Stick on, so that way if you've got any sanding sealer, lacquer, any sorts of finishes or stuff that sprays up on your visor, it doesn't permanently damage the visor. All you do is you peel this off and replace it. Brilliant idea. The filters. Now the recommendation for changing the filters is monthly if you use it daily, or Trend say they shouldn't be in there for more than 3 months. I don't use mine that often. I'm a hobby wood turner, so I probably change mine every 6 months, depending on what I'm doing. But I've always got a spare pack of filters. These are about £25 a pair, depending on where you get them from. Peanuts. You know, when you think about your health and what these are saving, and you've seen how easy it is just to clip it off and clip them in, really, really easy. What else is there to say about it? It's not heavy. It's comfortable. And compared to some of the other air respirators out there on the market, all the weight on them is at the front, especially with the Axminster. You've got the filters are on the front and the weight is on the front, so that's pushing down onto your forehead, which can make it uncomfortable. This is all sitting over the top of your head, so a lot of the weight is taken up by the weight band. The customer service from Trend, when I initially got it, I had a few little bits of issues setting it up, which was user error. Nothing to do with Trend. That was down to me. But phone call, they sorted it out. The visor, it comes with one of the visor protectors. I couldn't find that in the box. Trend sent me another one and some bits to say sorry. I then rang them up and went, sorry, that was my fault. But they were brilliant about that. it's just, to me, a really good bit of kit. The headband is easily adjustable. I know some people I've spoke to that have these say the front headband can be a little bit uncomfortable when they've got bandanas or bits wrapped around it. If you want to put material around it, you can do so. But I don't find there's any need. It's adjustable for you. So if you don't want it sat, you can adjust the angle that you have it sat at just by adjusting the inside of. There's some little adapters. You'll see on here. I actually damaged this the last time I used it, so I've got a little hole in the hood. Again, these hood bits, you can get them. They're not that dear, and they've got a popper on at the front, round the side, and then they clip over the top, and then Velcro around the top of the hood. So I have got a new one of them on order. But yeah, that's it. The Trend Airshield Pro, really good bit of kit. I like the fact that you can check the airflow with the little flow device. I like the fact that if I wanted to, or if I was using loud machinery with it, it's got the ability to have ear defenders clipped on. It's also not claustrophobic. I don't got hiccups, sorry. I don't feel like my head's crammed in. There's plenty of room when I'm turning for me to have my headset inside the mask. Yeah, that's it. If you have got any questions or you want to know anything more about it, then please leave a message in the comment or look me up on Facebook or Instagram. Send me a message. More than happy to tell you what I feel. As I said, I'm not sponsored or supported by Trend, not an expert at all on the Airshield Pro. But if I can help you out or give you my opinion, then more than happy to do that. The only thing left to say is thank you for watching. And please, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, check out my other videos. I'm hoping this is going to be the first of some review videos. There may be some coming up on wood turning tools, bowl gouges, skews, and we'll look at projects of what it's for, what to do with it, what not to do with it, the difference, and how to use it, and just my opinions. So yeah, thank you for taking the time to watch the video, and I shall see you soon.